Welcome, love. My name is Emerald C, and I'm here with the MFK Baccarat Rouge 540. This is a fragrance that everyone has been talking about for quite some time. Here in 2023, I feel like it's really made a comeback. Social media has been blowing up discussing this fragrance. If you're looking for something that's like warm, sensual, sexy, seductive, alluring, then this fragrance is perfect. It seriously is perfect for you. If you want a seasonal fragrance that you want to wear during the evening or during fall, winter times, this is great. Can you wear it during the summertime or the springtime? You can. It just might be more potent because it has very warm qualities. So yes, you can wear it during the day. You can wear it during summer and spring as well. I probably would go just a little bit lighter on my sprays and not go too heavy into my pulse points because, once the temperature of your body, begins to change, it will release the fragrance even more, especially if you spray on your pulse points, which are essentially behind your knees, your ears, neck, wrist, and then other certain areas of your body. This is a long-lasting, eternal fragrance without even hitting your pulse points. It's great for special occasions. So if you're going out on a date, if you have like an office party, listen, every time you walk by, I promise you're going to get compliments for this. People are going to say, oh my God, you smell good. What are you wearing? You're going to get compliments galore. And the fact that it's unisex, honestly, men and women can easily wear this and it not be, too one-sided where it's like, oh, this is too floral and light and sweet. So it seems like it leans more towards the feminine era or more potent and peppery, darker with vetiver, where it leans more towards the masculine scent. The top notes of this fragrance are saffron and floral jasmine. You'll also get your secondary notes, which are amber wood and ambergris. Your base notes are fir and cedar. So you get that nice woody base notes. Even though you only have 6 notes, you also know that the notes evaporate after a certain period of time, and you're left with the dry down, which is essentially what you smell the longest, which are usually the secondary notes followed by, of course, the base notes. Now, what I usually smell when I smell this is definitely the amber wood, the super sensual, warm amber wood. It's what I honestly smell immediately. With jasmine, it's like that nice floral, lightly powdery sweetness. Like it's a really nice floral. But amberwood is essentially what I smell here, and I really like it because, again, anything with amber, musk, vanilla, cedarwood to me is always super sexy, sensual, and it smells amazing. The longevity of this fragrance, it lasts easily, very easily over 12 hours. Don't mess around and spray it on something you consistently wear, like a pea coat or a robe. That will last on there for a very long period of time, and it smells amazing every single time you wear it, and you will not have to reapply until you wash it. My fiance tried it on. He did one spray, and he was like, this is so long lasting. I'm like, I know. Don't wear it again. This is mine. You have your fragrances and I have my fragrances, and this right here is mine. This fragrance is already eternal without even having to add it to your pulse points. Add it to your pulse points, and I swear for like 48 hours, you're going to be smelling freaking amazing. You smell it within feet. If I walk past you and we're walking down the street, you're going to be able to smell me. And most definitely if you hug me. I've been wearing this fragrance, I think, for like 6 days straight. I never wear anything for days straight. I have enough fragrances to consistently swap out. And it's funny because I layer fragrances, and not only do I layer fragrances, after they evaporate or I no longer smell them, then I'm going to go ahead and get another fragrance and be a whole completely different person before the end of the day. With this fragrance, it's so addictive. It's just like, this is the only thing I want to smell like. It smells like happiness, sexiness. It's a mood booster. When you spray yourself, and even if you don't go anywhere, just spraying yourself, it makes you feel good to just be wearing it. Sillage, how big is the fragrance when you spray it? It is very big. Believe me, you're going to be able to smell it, and I love it. Now, it's not so big where it's like overwhelming, this is sick, it makes me nauseated. It's just the right amount. Let's be very realistic and honest about the fragrance. I love it. This very easily made my top 5 in fragrances. Hands down, definitely top 5. I don't know, it rivals my Burberry Black. So they might be co-best fragrances as number 1 together, because that one's a little tough one. So it definitely makes my top 5 fragrance. However, I know there's a huge hype over this. It's all over TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. It's all over everywhere. So because of the hype, I know some people might smell it and then they go, it's okay. Because they might not think it lives up to the hype. For me, I think it's phenomenal. If I could wear this every day, I would. I'm just not going to run through this fragrance because I want to have it for a little bit. Skin chemistry. So keep in mind, all of our bodies, pH balance, our chemistry is different, right? So when we go ahead and spray it on our skin, it's of course going to smell different on someone else than you. So it's not going to smell the same on me as it smells on someone else because of, everything that's in your body, on your body, etc. So that's another thing to kind of keep in mind. Will it mesh well with my skin chemistry? It meshes perfect with my skin chemistry. And apparently my fiance's too. The price point. So some people might be a little bit hesitant about the price point of this fragrance because it is higher priced, and it's higher priced because it's a niche fragrance. Now keep in mind, niche fragrances are already higher priced because they use quality fragrances. Like they use a combination usually of essential oils and natural components opposed to like the synthetic fragrances.
Now Baccarat Rouge 540, it is the EDP, so Eau de Perfume is what it is. So it's not quite as potent as the natural parfum. It's a step down, just a slight step down. Now they do have the straight, which is of course higher price, and it is more potent. Now with it being more potent, it's a lot. With this it's a good amount because it's already very strong, it's already very potent, it's very long lasting, especially to be an EDP. I'm like, I have other EDPs and not all of them last this long. All right, so let's go into a couple of reviews. We'll keep it simple. First review says, I was talking to a customer in Ulta who shared her frustration in finding a good scent to purchase. I asked her if she liked the BR 540. She said, no, too many people wear it. I followed up with, do you like the way it smells? If it had a new name but smells the exact same way it does now, would you like it? She gave me a resounding yes. This encounter is a prime example of why this fragrance is so hated. By the way, BR 40 is one of the best fragrances I've ever smelled in my entire life. Girl, you ain't never lie. That's true. I mean, I agree with her on this one. It is definitely one of the best fragrances I've smelled, aside from my Burberry Black. But I get it. I mean, so many people are talking about it now. It can definitely make people slow down or not want to buy it. But again, I don't know. I just can't envision so many people are buying a $325, $600 and something fragrance just for the hype. Like that just seems crazy to me. Or maybe it's crazy to me because I can't envision myself buying something just for the hype. Like I love notes. I look at notes. I've done blind buys of different items and things like that. But like I don't get people who do the whole, big hype thing. I'm like, this is actually a really good fragrance. And I'm with the Ulta worker here because she's absolutely right. Like it's the name. Once people hear it, they're like, everyone's wearing it. But I'm like, are they really though? Let's see another review. A unique scent that you can recognize in a crowd. Very polarizing perfume that belongs to the love-hate category. You either love it or hate it, and nothing in between. For me, it's a luxury scent. It is suitable for winter. Its notes will not stand out in the summer. It develops best in cold weather. This fragrance envelopes you like a warm cashmere shawl. I like it. This is cute. You can definitely recognize it in a crowd. You'll definitely be able to smell it. I said this before. It's going to be noticeable. We'll do one more review. I'm going to read this only because this fragrance, I read like the first 3 sentences and I'm like, that's what I thought when I first smelled this. Like the first little whiff, I'm like, this kind of smells like this fragrance. I'm going to go ahead and read this first and then I'm going to go in and tell you why. On my skin, this smells like if Burberry Her were a bit softer and airier. I get the comparison to Cloud, but Cloud smells a bit more like tonic and icy versus sweet and fluffy. Baccarat starts out very sweet, then turns into a fluffy scent with subtle hints of a creamy strawberry-like note. Very magical. All right, it is very magical, and it's funny because I have Burberry Her in my fragrance collection, and when I first smelled the Baccarat Rouge 540, I'm like, something in here smells like her, and I couldn't figure out what it was. And then I sprayed Burberry Her, and I'm like, okay, Burberry Her is like, it's like sweeter and slightly like more floral. I don't know. It's just, this is kind of reminiscent, only slightly. I can definitely feel the slight resemblance here. So I agree with that.
Thanks so much for watching. I hope to see you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, and like. See you later.